throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. This is Old School on 93.7 The Ticket. No DP. He's out today. If you see our phone graphic, our Allo Fiber VIP line, you know former Husker, Jay Foreman on the line. Jay, what's up? Who's Old School brought to you by?
The Mercado, Certified Piedmontese, Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Edgy Hill, 168th and Maple, up there in the O. What's up with my main man, Austin Foreman?
Yo, Jay, we just had a wild discussion. People were telling Strick he was drunk today on a Friday, not yesterday on Thursday, because of who he was saying in the musical world could sing and who couldn't sing. Strick was off the chain, off the hook.
All right, look, Strick's weekend starts Thursday at 12:01 a.m. Doesn't stop until he comes back.
Ain't that the truth? He was saying Beyonce can't sing.
Well, hey, you know what? The rumor is Kelly Rowland is the one that used to carry all the weight, and Beyonce really supposedly can't sing. But I find that hard to believe because she's been so good with I've seen her in concert. I think she can sing. I'm not sure she can sing probably as good as like the auto-tune or whatever it is that helps, but yeah, I was probably a little bit of a letdown, but I wouldn't say she can't sing.
That's fair. Stricky went off, and Naya felt the need to barge into the studio and defend Queen Bee's honor, so we appreciate her for that. The other thing we were talking about, Jay, and I think it'd be good to get your thoughts on here, Nebraska football, would it be a better sign for the Huskers if they had a 12 to 1,500-yard rusher or a 1,000-yard receiver this coming season?
Oh, that's a hard question, man. I'm going to go 12 to 1,500 1,200 to 1,500-yard rusher, because that lets you know we're kind of in the Matt Rule model of what he's done in the past, right? Build and try to dominate and be physical at the line of scrimmage in Big Ten football. You're checking all the boxes there, and most likely, if you have a 12 to 1,500-yard runner, that means you're pretty consistent, low turnover margin, defense is rested, complementary football. But I wouldn't turn my nose up at a big year throwing the ball. And also, I would say this, Austin, I'm going to stay in the rushing category, but the type of throws and the type of passing game would have to go into that. But I'd like a 12 to 1,500-yard rusher because I think you always be able to throw the rock.
Especially with a 5-star quarterback, and you went out and you got 2 transfers, right? You've had pretty good success in the transfer portal, getting receivers in the recent past. You go get 2 more that seem like they should be good additions to the team in Jamal Banks and Isaiah Nair. With as talented naturally as Dylan is, with the experience that Banks has and the speed that Nair has, they might just mess around and get 1,000 yards. But Jay, the last time Nebraska had a running back go for 1,000 was Divine Azigbo in 2018. That's far too long for a program that even under Scott Frost prided itself on running the ball, and in a program that's prided itself on having the ability to run the ball with the running backs and offensive lines. I phrased it this way to Strick. I think Nebraska should run the ball early, right? Help Dylan Raiola, if he's the starter, settle in. Middle of the year, teams will adjust, load the box, make him beat them in that middle 4-game stretch. Then the last 4 games of the year, end of October into November, it's going to get cold. We know what the wind looks like. You go get Dylan to make some key throws, but you adjust to the adjustment. You ran it first. You threw it to beat the adjustment. Now teams are going to adjust back, say, oh, Dylan Raiola's going off. We got to, respect him back up a little bit. And that's when I think the running back and the running game needs to have a strong finishing kick for the Huskers.
Yeah, I like that plan. I think, look, let's be honest. We have a 1,200-yard rusher. The passing game should be efficient and explosive. The looks that Dylan or would see are, I wouldn't say they were elementary, but you could predict them a little bit easier, which will allow him to have steady growth. And let's be honest, if Nebraska wants to get to where they want to get, is obviously 6+ wins. There's going to have to be a game that Dylan in the pass game is going to have to win it. And let me dive into that more before everybody thinks, okay, so for 400 yards and it's a legendary game. Win it means to me winning plays on time, on target. Example, a big crucial drive to try to finish the game. Let's not say 4 minutes, but let's just say 6 minutes, and you need a big third down. Say it's a 3rd and 7 to 10. You got to hit the right guy at the right place on time. Maybe he catches that 6 or 7 yards, allows him to turn up, make somebody miss, big first down. You take 3 or 4 minutes extra off of that clock, even if you don't potentially get a first down. Then you get a first down, then the game set match. That's what he's going to have to do. Now, on the flip side, there's going to be a time that the running game is going to have to finish out, right? If the box is stacked, there's no fair dodging. Can't make excuses. They know you're coming. We know we're coming, and we got to move some people off the line of scrimmage, and we need a big first down.
Does Nebraska need one guy in the running back room to take over like Amir Abdullah did his senior year? Or let's say Nebraska gets a guy that goes for 800 yards, another guy that goes for 600 yards. Is that good to have 2 guys going? Would you prefer to have one no-doubt guy in the backfield? How do you see the running back room shaking out right now?
Well, of course, we'd like to have like a Derrick Henry back there, a guy that, is so good that, carries for everybody else or just for him to get some rest. But I wouldn't mind. I mean, Emmett Johnson is still developing. I think he's the guy. I know people will get, say he's not dynamic and all that. Well, look, as you saw him, he barely, coming off a redshirt year, didn't really get a lot of run in the beginning of the season. He did nothing but, exceed expectations. He looked even more focused, determined to continue to prove himself. So if you have a two-headed monster and let's say 2.5, right, we've got 800, 600, and say you have a guy like a Ramir that, or even like a Gabe or somebody, or Quentin Ives, where they're able to get 300-400 yards, a factor, in and out of the backfield short area, pass game. I like that too. And then that's kind of where you remember Ramir, or Amir, excuse me, kind of, remember he had the big fumble and that huge hit against South Carolina down there in the Outback Bowl, I think it was. And then next year he looked a little bit bigger, more decisive. I think Rex got hurt. He started to earn it, and the next year, the rest is history. So everybody sees Amir where he's at now, going into his 8th, 9th year in the league. But let's not forget, Amir was in the same position as Emmett was, and Emmett took over it, where there was a lot of questions. Amir answered the bell. Emmett answers the bell, along with Dowdell and all them, along with the offensive line, Nebraska be on their way.
And you know what Emmett's got that Amir doesn't? The Minnesota connections, Jay.
Hey, man, Amir, I forgot to ask him when I saw him. My mom always said that, the brothers down in Alabama and Mississippi, grew up eating pinto beans. I think Amir's in the yoga, so I doubt that. But, Emmett has that Minnesota blood in there. You're a little bit, I always say we're a little bit tougher because we have to deal with the elements up there. I think that Emmett will do well. I think that, if they can stay healthy, and you saw at times the run game be pretty good at the end of the year, or good enough, I think Nebraska would be able to be physical. I think ever since like Taylor Martinez, and now you go into Adrian, the quarterback run game took over for the conventional run game. And I think just, whether it was Tim Beck or, obviously Scott Frost and company, you kind of, both of the runners were so good at times, kind of off schedule. You were like, all right, well, let's just drop back and let them make something happen. Well, against the University of Buffalo and all that stuff works. But when you play against like Iowa and Ohio State, they kind of eliminate that. So the conventional run game is how everybody else wins, whether it's Ohio State, Michigan, obviously Michigan, heavy load, Alabama, Georgia. And we mix a lot more of that in if we can with the offensive line, pushing people off the line of scrimmage, along with the tight end. Nobody will be unhappy, come December or January.
When we look at the quarterback run that you said replaced the conventional run game, that's impossible to argue with if you look at the stats. Let's say Nebraska's run game struggles early on, right? Passing game is okay, but we know a good run game's open up the pass game, and a good pass game opens up the run game. It works both ways. Let's say the running backs get off to a slow start. Is there any temptation to bring Heinrich Harburg in for the quarterback run game, or would you stick with Dylan Raiola and say, hey, offensive line, running backs, it's on you to get this figured out. Dylan's our guy that we want here moving forward. We're not going to resort to Heinrich Harburg running the ball to bail you out. Or is Harburg good enough that you want his legs on the field sometimes as a change of pace?
Well, sometimes in his specialty, but it's not something that we're going to, overload or overtake Dylan. And Dylan, I think, is a better athlete than what people give him credit for. So, Patrick Mahomes killed Joey Bosa in the Super Bowl with quarterback run game. Done right at the right time, you can be a lot more effective versus teams know you're coming in. And so, the best thing for Heinrich to improve his quarterback run game stats and opportunities is become a better passer. And then vice versa for Dylan and Daniel Kalen and anybody else. But if the running game's struggling, I think, they'll find different ways, maybe to block it, different ways, different personnel to get some edges. I think the one thing that, the coach staff can do and shown that they've done it at times is find different ways to kind of dress up the same plays to try to make them effective. I wouldn't go wholesale changes because we're not able to be, Emmitt Smith and Dallas Cowboys and that offensive line right out the get-go.
Last thing for this segment here before we take our first break of the show. I'm glad you brought up the Patrick Mahomes thing, and we've done the Patrick Mahomes comparisons here in Nebraska before. I'm going to go back to like earlier Chip Kelly, Oregon, right? Your boy Dennis Dixon that you were talking about earlier in the week. Good athlete, not elite athlete, enough quarterback run, but that's not what Oregon was built on. I think the same thing for like a Jeremiah Masoli and then Marcus Mariota, guys that weren't, Lamar Jackson or Taylor Martinez with their legs, for example, didn't keep it all that often, but they chose the right moments to keep it. And it wasn't for a big explosive run. It was for a first down or for a 15, 20-yard gain. Is that something that Nebraska can emulate? Give it to Dylan just often enough to give the running backs an extra step?
Oh, yeah, I like that. I mean, Austin, I always tell you, the worst thing on third down for a linebacker is a quarterback hasn't even sniffed the line of scrimmage as far as running, and he guts you on 3rd and 4 and he gets 6 yards, and then he slides, and then he looks at you and starts laughing, and then extend the drive on a 90-degree day down in Miami or something like that. So I think timely runs by the quarterback is always effective. And you look over the time of in the pros, whether it's Brett Favre, Tom Brady, heck, even your boy Peyton Manning with the naked boots, where he would just fool people. Anybody, Dak Prescott, when you do it, and it's done, I guess strategically or with a natural feel, by a quarterback that isn't, like you said, Lamar Jackson, it becomes a lot more effective. And I will tell you, teams have to prepare for it as much. It's always in the back of your mind because you don't want to be the guy. I'm going to tell you this. You don't want to be the guy that gets shook by a quarterback that's not, or everybody assumes not to be athletic. And here's an example that I'll tell you before we go to break. When I was in Houston, we played up at Buffalo. They had Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was big, kind of, slower later in his career. And I saw on tape that he scored doing a quarterback draw, right?
Mm-hmm.
And kind of ran over the linebacker. So I was prepared for it. I know Drew. He's a good dude. But, man, when he tried it, and when I tell you I tried to rock his world because I did not want to be the guy that gets beat. You remember when, Tom Brady would shake somebody, he gets up and he, gives you the let's go first down. You want to make sure that it's not you. I think it's Brian Urlacher you got or somebody like that one time. So I think timely quarterback runs are just as effective as, a quarterback being overdone because eventually a defense can adjust if they know you're a run-first quarterback versus I'm going to run when I need to and make it more effective.
Okay, one last thing off of that. Is that a Marcus Satterfield decision now that you have the extended communication in the helmet to tell Dylan, hey, probably look to keep this one? Or is that on him if that play gets called to be the one to make the read and the true, zone read play call?
Well, if it's zone read, you have your principles. But I think, example like this, and I know this from a defensive standpoint, we might show, cover 3 and then, them to a cover 0. So if I'm calling the play, which is great for him, and this is a good way to kind of talk him through plays, get the play in, you say it once or twice and say, hey, look, be alert for cover 0 or cover 1. You could maybe look for a run, right? There you go. So it's not zone read. It's all of the situational football and the ability to communicate directly with the quarterback can allow him to think more freely and make those decisions more readily.
That's Jay Foreman, host of Old School on the Road. I'm Austin Norman back in studio. Jay will be back with me on the other side. Plenty more Husker football, plenty more NFL football to talk with him. We'll do that when we get back to Old School.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top-quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk commitment. And what better way to do that than with some shiny, sparkly jewelry? Am I right? Now, I'm not suggesting you have to rush, but if you're considering making a significant move, do your planning. We offer financing and payment plans. Lock down your selection with confidence. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Join us each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon for Youth Football 101 with Tank Perry of the Nebraska Red Wolves of 7-on-7 football. The future of the sport depends on the foundation set at a young age. Hear those stories and more each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Old School, brought to you by The Mercado, as you see on stream, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, Facebook and YouTube, as well as Allo Channel 961. We got the host of Old School, Jay Foreman, here on our Allo Fiber VIP line, Allo, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. Jay, you're on the road. That gives you plenty of time to think. What's on your mind today?
Well, it's always football on my mind, Austin. You know what's kind of funny is that with things changing, I don't know if you were able to watch it, but I watched the Hard Knocks. New York Giants is, and I played for him for half a season. The owner comes in, And I don't know if you got to see it when Saquon decided to sign with Philly and gave that GM a look like, yeah, you got about a 4-year contract, but you got about 4 weeks before I think about firing you. And I think it's really good because it shows the other side. The players are always at the beck and call of the owners and the team and the executive. Free agency, which is a very short time in the NFL calendar, shows you that the players have some sort of concrete and foundation. You got to think, Saquon was the first running back to kind of fall on the sword and sign when there was anti-pay running backs last offseason. He's always been a good representation for the franchise. It was a little disheartening where they just said, oh, he had 900 carries at Penn State. He did not. He's only missed 1 year or had one injury plagued year. He's the face of the New York Giants, and they just, at 27 years old, a guy that's in his prime is still explosive, was their only viable offensive threat last year. And then the funny thing about it, Austin, I don't know if you saw it, and it's been all over Twitter, is they were like upset at the money that he got, and he had more, and then he didn't even take the most money because he went to Philly because he wants to shove it in your face that you didn't even probably pay him, and he was going to give you a hometown discount.
It's the fact that he didn't take that much more money that tells me Saquon was standing on business as on principle, right? All he wanted was a fair offer from the Giant. He wasn't being greedy, wasn't being selfish. I don't even think he was looking at Daniel Jones. I mean, I'm sure it was down the list. Like, you paid this guy $40 million and you won't give me, 14, 15, 16. And I'm sure that was down the list of considerations, but it wasn't number one. He just wanted the respect. And Jay, we see this all the time with guys in the NFL and the NBA, even Major League Baseball to some degree. They know the team's financial situation if their agent's doing a good job. They know what's on the table, what's realistic, and what's possible. So more often than not, at least from the outside looking in, it feels like if you treat your guy with respect, you say, this is the best we can do. Here's the situation. We appreciate you. We are giving you what we can. We'll do what we can to make it up to you in marketing and sponsorships and promotion, whatever else. But this is what we feel comfortable offering. I feel like the majority of NFL players can understand that. Might not like it, might not love it. Some are going to go, chase the bigger bag, and that's their sign of respect, and that's all fine and well. But Saquon didn't get that much more from the Eagles than he did from the Giants. But the fact that the Eagles offered him more than the Giants, I think, meant everything to Saquon.
It was standing on business. It's the principle. It's the disrespect. Let's go even back to like an episode or two before where they were talking about him, and they were like, oh, if it's above like 12.1, we're out. Then you call them up and say, listen, we're not going to offer you a contract. We're going to let you go out and get a deal, and then you do us a favor, and you come back and we'll let you know if we can match it. Why would you even say that to Saquon? I mean, that's like, giving somebody a hall pass, or I don't know, whatever the analogy would be. It's the dumbest thing you could do to one of the best running backs in the league that is your offense. He makes your $40 million quarterback actually look like a $41 million quarterback at times, and more times than not, as you've seen in the playoffs. And then you went out and you paid Brian Burns. The salary cap is $15 more than you originally projected, and you weren't able to get any other big-time free agents. Yes, you have to pay Dexter Lawrence and all that, but that's already, in the kind of future plan. And the funny thing about it is that they were haggling over it, and it was probably about $1.5 million per year, annual per year. And these contracts, if Saquon and Philly don't do well, he's only going to be there for 2 years. So let's just say it's the same thing with the Giants, right, for 2 years. You would make that back tenfold, right? Mm-hmm. But not only what you would get with Saquon off the field, but who else you would be able to attract next year to come and play there because you took care of a player that's well-respected in that Giants locker room, let alone throughout the league. I think it's a catastrophic mistake. I think it's a catastrophic mistake for the head coach. I think it's a catastrophic mistake for Daniel Jones. You don't have a run threat that makes anybody even take a 15-minute cat nap, let alone lose some sleep, the night before the game. Now you're up here trying to have your whole offense depending on a rookie receiver with a quarterback that's coming off an injury and a shaky offensive line at best, and a tight end that you originally accounted for, if you look at episode 1, that was on the team and had I don't know what you would call it, a retirement announcement. Obviously had some, obviously personal issues going on, but somebody that you depended on, that you didn't go out and attack free agency because you thought he was going to come back and play. That offense is going to be atrocious, and that decision is going to be a big part of it.
Oh, and guess what, Jay? They don't have their longtime NFL defensive coordinator in town either. So the defense is going to be atrocious.
Oh, yeah. Wink Martindale, who is widely respected throughout the whole, NFL, a ton of years with the Baltimore Ravens, came there to really cement himself as one of the better defensive coordinators in the NFL, and took that Giants defense to being more than respectable. Austin, just imagine this. I don't know what he was getting paid. He just said, you know what? I don't like Brian Daboll and the way you're doing stuff. I just quit. I'm out. They actually, the players packed up their stuff in the U-Haul. He's like, I'm right here with you. And they lost free agents because of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think was it McKinley that needed to get paid, and that was up. He mentioned that in his few tweets and saw the disrespect. Here's the thing about a defensive coordinator and you see this in college too. You guys really believe in Tony White, and I had Coach McBride and then Bo Pelini and staff and all that stuff, right? When you play defense against these type of offenses, you band together, and this guy will go to bat for you because he knows, as a true defensive coordinator cares about his players, that I know Wink Martindale does, knows how hard it is to play some of the schemes and coverages and situations that he puts you in. So those players know it. That's why you see them, whether it's through social media or interviews, they will ride for him to death do his part because they know they can trust him. And once he leaves, Saquon leaves, the trust leaves. Now, I think the new coordinator they're bringing in is pretty dang good, right? He's coming from the Tennessee Titans in Vrabel. I think he'll do some things that are a little bit more conservative, lean on the four guys up front. But Wink Martindale being gone is not a loss that you can just gloss over and try to act like it's just, this is just NFL business. No, the way you leave, how he leaves, whether he's forced out, highly recommended to leave, or just straight up fired, affects your team throughout the mini camps, the training camps, and sometimes into the season.
Jay, I like that Hard Knocks is following the Giants right now, because I think it's pointing out to their fans and the rest of the country that the playoff run they had a couple of years ago, just making to the playoffs, is looking like a fluke. We're seeing behind the curtain where we see the door cracked open, and it makes me think the Giants thought that what they were doing was sustainable. I don't put it all on Shane, the GM. I don't put it all on Daboll. There's no one scapegoat, but you can see how through our conversation here and through watching the show, a lot of little missteps, a lot of little mistakes have put more and more cracks in the foundation. I don't think the Giants are a stable organization right now, and you can tell by the product on the field.
Look, Mr. Mara came down there. I don't know if you remember, Austin, after the Giants made the playoffs, and, I thought up close and personal, they went up to Minnesota and, matriculated on Minnesota on a third down, and the Hall of Fame safeties, didn't come down into the box and make the tackle. But Mr. Mayor, after, Daboll and all them did the whole, media thing, and they were the darlings, and the Giants are back and all that, he came out quick in the in the paper and said, look, don't be a one-hit wonder.
Mm.
He said it. Because you know what? He was probably happy because, you're ahead of schedule, but he's been around this NFL game. He knows you can get up and get lucky and get in the playoffs one year, but are you equipped to be sustainable? Now, the injuries and the situation, and obviously I think the emergence of Dallas and Philly in the East didn't play well, didn't bode well for them. But also Saquon holding out, all these things, he could foresee it. And it seems like, Austin, they had a laundry list of things they needed to do. Address the offensive line, right? Make sure Wink Martindale is happy. Continue to get explosive on the outside. Rondell Robinson gets hurt after he had a pretty good rookie year. Shepard got hurt, I don't even know if he got on the field. You lose out on. You didn't bring back OBJ when that was what everybody thought was going to be, OBJ 2.0, a more mature, team ready, come in and help guys learn. Then he ended up going to Baltimore, and they were haggling over $500,000 between the New York offer. New York was under $500,000 versus what Baltimore got up and gave him last year. All those things start to show up in these shows. That's the great thing about the show. And if I was a GM, that's not what I would want to have out there. Even to the point that when you're down at the Senior Bowl, and my man Slick Dan Morgan was like, "Well, you can have Burns for 2-1." He knew Shane personally. He knew that would perk his interest, and he knew what they needed, and pimped him out of a first-round pick and some other ones, and almost was going to get a seventh-round pick out of him. So the whole thing is Hard Knocks is great. They do it, and I hope they do it, in other sports like the NBA and maybe baseball. The soccer one and the F1 series is great. But ultimately, a storied franchise. We talk about blue bloods all the time, Austin, in basketball and football at the college level, both men's and women's. The Giants are a blue blood franchise. They are New York's team. In my opinion, that's New York's team. They've always been first class from the, Sam Huff back in the day. Like Fran Tarkenton played for him back in the day, all the way to, Bill Parcells and the Giants and Belichick and Lawrence Taylor and all those. And then you have Tom Coughlin and all those, Michael, iconic players, iconic teams. And right now they are on the struggle bus, struggling mightily.
We'll go to break here, Jay, and we'll just have a short segment. So we'll let you get back to your drive. I can take things from here. I'd say see you Monday, but you'll be on the road to Indy. So we will talk to you from Indy next week. Yeah,
I'll be checking in all day long. And, we'll be all active on the social media. But, yeah, man, I appreciate it. We're heading up north right now. I'm heading up north right now. And so I'll head to Indy from there, man. So I'll holler at you next week.
Perfect. There he is, Jay Foreman, Husker Hall of Famer, on our VIP line, brought to you by Aloe Fiber. Aloe, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. We'll put a bow on hour one of Old School. Jay recorded some things. We'll see if you want to listen to those, Husker football related, including a conversation with a Hall of Famer. See if we'll play those for you in hour two. Otherwise, it's me, stuck with me for an hour. But corner 3, 6 to 7, your look at college basketball. Tonight's topic at 6 o'clock will be the best Nebraska men's basketball players by each decade. This was an undertaking. I had some help researching this, so that's coming your way at 6 o'clock. First on the radio, Royals pregame at 6:30. So we will move to the stream at that point. But thanks to Jay for chiming in from the road. Thanks to Aloe Fiber for sponsoring our VIP line. Aloe, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. Wrapping up hour one of Old School next.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, Nebraska! Registration is officially closed for the 40th Annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to CornhuskerStateGames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
In today's digital landscape, the security of your business is non-negotiable. That's why you need better cybersecurity solutions. At Hamilton, we make it our business to protect your network, data, and digital assets with the latest in cybersecurity technology. Our dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Husker fans, get ready for another thrilling season at Hibner Stadium with the reigning Big Ten champion Nebraska soccer team. Season tickets for the 2024 season are on sale now. Don't miss your chance to support the Huskers as they go head-to-head with some of the top teams in the country, including Oklahoma State, Penn State, and Duke. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today. For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you are passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Football season is nearly here, and your long wait for year 2 of Matt Rule is almost over. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days from July 23rd to the 25th, live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Adam Carricker, Chancellor Brewington, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Nick Sainer will be in Indy for our shows Tuesday through Thursday. Getting the latest news from Nebraska and everyone else around the conference. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by 1890 Nebraska, Stevens and Smith Construction, The Complex, Warhorse Casino, and Riddles Jewelry. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Austin Norman back with you inside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios here in Lincoln. 1040 O Street. Mill's just about to close up shop for the day. Don't worry, they're open on the weekend as well. Feel free to stop by when our weekend's programming is going on. Got a great lineup for you coming up. Coming up tonight, the Kansas City Royals back in action. That's right, your Kansas City Royals, my Kansas City Royals. I'm rapping again. It's been a while since we've had them on the airwaves with the All-Star break. Big thanks to Jake Eisenberg for joining Strick and me yesterday during On the Block. He was on at 2:30. If you missed that interview with Jake and you want to listen back, get yourself set up, excited for the second half of the Major League Baseball season. Wherever you get your podcast, search On the Block with Strick and Austin. It'll be up there in the feed. Definitely subscribe to the On the Block podcast, to the Old School podcast as well. Whatever your favorite ticket show, I mean, subscribe to all of them, obviously, because we're all your favorites, right? You can't pick a favorite show like you can't pick a favorite kid. But I'm partial to On the Block. I'm partial to Old School. You know, hope you don't blame me for that too much. But wherever it is you get your podcast, search for it. subscribe. Let me know that you did that or you've done that. And I might just have a little Mill gift card to slide your way for the next handful of people who say they've done it and can stop by and get it. Royals back in action tonight, 7:10 first pitch against the Cleveland Guardians. Now it's Travis Bazzana. Sorry, I'm looking at that on my Twitter feed right now. Royals first pitch against the Chicago White Sox, who already have 71 losses. They're the only team in baseball with 71 losses. They're 27-71, 17-34 U.S. Cellular Field on the south side, 10-37 away from home. Worst run differential in the sport, minus 177 runs. The next closest, the Colorado Rockies, run differential of minus 169. You also have the Miami Marlins at minus 152 runs on the year, but both of those teams have won at least 33 games. The Marlins are 33-63, 29 games back of Major League Baseball leading Philadelphia Phillies. The Rockies are 22 games back of the Dodgers at 34-63. A's at the bottom of the AL West, but that's a tight division. The A's are only, and I say only, 15 games back of the Seattle Mariners, and the White Sox a whopping 32.5 games back of the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. Royals, White Sox first pitch 7:10 tonight. Let's just pull up the projected starters here for both teams. Last I checked, it was Michael Wacha for the Royals. Yep, it is still Michael Wacha, 6-6 on the year, ERA of 3.83. He struck out 78 batters in 89 innings. For the White Sox, it'll be Chris Flexen, 2-8 on the year with a 4.82 ERA. Stay tuned here. Pregame for the Royals will come your way starting at 6:30. And we will have the corner three for the half an hour on the radio before that after Old School. And then that will move to the stream. When we get back, a couple conversations that Jay Foreman had earlier today. He recorded those, one of them with one of the newest Husker Hall of Famers. We'll play those for you in hour two of Old School. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Are you tired of the same old entertainment options? How about something that's truly fun for both kids and adults? Nebraska Knockerball, the new place to go for your private and corporate parties. Step inside one of their inflatable spears and let out stress in a healthy form of exercise. Or try the human foosball, foot darts, yard pong, giant beer pong, basketball Connect 4, and much more. Nebraska Knockerball, specializing in physical, engaging fun. Call Nebraska Knockerball today at 402-460-8724 to learn more or book a reservation now.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
In today's digital landscape, the security of your business is non-negotiable. That's why you need better cybersecurity solutions. At Hamilton, we make it our business to protect your network, data, and digital assets with the latest in cybersecurity technology. Our dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Clothes dryer not drying like it should? Could be your dryer vent. Call Bryant for a professional cleaning. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Lil Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Lil Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/kidsclub. Go Big Red. Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into a special edition of Inside the Huddle / Old School with Jay Foreman here, pre-recording. Old School brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop. Obviously, Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Advanced Medical Imaging, 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Get in contact with Dr. Razdan or Dr. Finn. They will put together a clear and detailed plan for all your health needs. But I wanted to jump into 5 things to look forward to or look for either at camp if you're able to go to the August 3rd open practice or coming out of camp. And the reason why is you have an extremely young team, second year staff, obviously second year with Matt Rule, but there's things that you always want to just look for that kind of gives you just a quick snap and see how much improvement they've had. And it's also both individually, collectively, and then also holistically as a program. Number one for me, obviously with 2 young, very talented quarterbacks in Dylan Raiola and Daniel Kalen. And I will throw Heinrich Harburg in there as a new version of himself. First year with a quarterback coach, second year of really actually being coached. Previous staff didn't really put a lot of energy and time into coaching him. So really, to be honest with you, you have 3 freshman quarterback. This is just my opinion that went through spring ball this year as early enrollees, even though Heinrich Harburg had been here for some years. Obviously being a red shirt and then not really getting coached. That is well documented. And then you have 2 freshmen coming in, early enrollees going through the first spring, obviously summer, and heading into fall camp. So I think one of the biggest things to look for is ball handling. What is ball handling? Ball handling starts from the center quarterback exchange, obviously quarterback to running back, handoff, and also ball fakes and ball security, right? And so you don't want to see a lot of fumbled snaps, fumbled mishandles, quarterback, running back exchange, so forth and so on. And then it moves outside to the tight ends, receivers, or anybody that's receiving the ball, right? Catching the ball clean, put it in a good high and tight position, and allowing themselves to use their athletic ability to get up field. And obviously ball handling also is not, fumbling the ball, but also what ball handling is, and it's a little bit of accuracy, is ball handling is, to me, is a bigger thing than just those things that I mentioned. A lot of it, can start with the quarterback play. And I think this is also what's really been exciting about having Coach Thomas as a quarterback coach, Marcus Satterfield as a second-year offensive coordinator. The biggest thing from a defensive perspective, and also you want to see from an offensive perspective, is the accuracy, right? Or where you lead your receiver to allow him to have run after the catch opportunities, but also being the only person that can make that catch, or possibly if he does drop it, it doesn't turn into a pick six or a tip pass, which leads to an interception, which obviously is turnovers and turnover margin, which is directly tied to ball handling, right? And it's ball handling, or decision making with the ball, and those go into, I'm assuming, the evaluation process, but then also it goes into see the improvement, not only year to year, but week to week, practice to practice, individual drill to individual drill, however you want to line it up. And it's huge. It's a huge part. It's going to be a huge part in this season. It's been a huge part in the other way in other past seasons and past staffs. So it's something, if it's addressed first by the staff, because the coaches can only put up the stats. They can tell you so much. You have to go out there and really execute it and make it a priority. Priority number one. It's just like whether it's basketball or any other sport, the ball is the key defensively. I always tell my linebackers, don't leverage the block, leverage the ball. There's one ball, keep it in offense. Don't turn it over. Make the other team beat you. If you want a great example of a team that just killed it in ball handling, ball security, and obviously turnover margins, look no other than the 20-year run of New England Patriots led by Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. It was they won a lot more games. They won a lot of games, but Bill Belichick will tell you in the NFL, a lot more games are lost than won. And once you figure it out, that you go and make the other team beat you, and then you make the plays to beat them, then that win-loss column starts to look like what we'd like, resemble a little bit of the past. The next thing we always like to look at this is the look test, right? I would say this, Corey Campbell and the nutrition staff and the weight staff has done a really good job of, guys are lean, but they're not skinny. They're big. They're fast. They're stronger. They're a good-looking football team. At least they were last year. You saw a quick change immediately. If you want to look at somebody, Bryce Benhart, I mean, he changed his body, and I think it also helped him be more consistent last year. He wasn't the quote-unquote whipping boy every game. I think he was more mentally focused. I can't speak for his grading out, but just from my naked eye, it seemed like he played the best football that he was able to play in his career. And there's plenty more examples. Nash is one. He could play longer, still kept his weight. So whatever they are doing, you want to have that look test. And the look test isn't just your arm curls or your arms and everything. So everybody, oh, look at his arms. He's in great shape. You want to see how the body's. You want to see the legs. You want to see the midsection. You want to see the core good. And then also the look test is, does the look test that you see initially match up with what they do on the field? And you want to see a team that moves well, moves with authority, moves with intentions, and then also look like they've improved their body, improved their athletic ability. And you can make huge strides ever since spring ball ended. And so that's why I always say that in previous shows, and obviously on Old School all the time, and I've said it also on Inside the Huddle, this offseason is probably this summer, and I say it all the time, but look, with this schedule, this opportunity, with the type of players that we have, for these individual players and collectively as this team, not take the coaching staff out of it, because this is an individual choice to go work at it. This is probably the biggest summer and leading in the fall camp ever in Nebraska history, consider what we were trying to do. And that's get back into relevance. And you start by trying to make a bowl game, or making a bowl game, beating some teams that you should beat, and then possibly having a couple upset victories and put yourself right back on the map. Number 3 is execution. Execution is a little bit in ball handling, but just executing the simple plays, right? Every coaching staff or every offensive and defensive coordinator, special team coach, you have your go-to plays, right? When I was in the NFL, if we were late getting a signal in, we'd run, we'd just we had a hand signal, we'd play Tampa 2, or we'd play a coverage that we knew that everybody could execute to a high percentage under pressure, under duress, when we needed to get to the next play, the next down, the next series. That's a small part of it, but the execution that you want, inside, outside zone. Are you hitting the right holes? Are you getting positive yards? Are you winning the line of scrimmage? Most importantly, and I'm going to talk on the offensive side of the ball, I call it direct access plays. I'd like to eliminate all of them, but the competition is too good. There's going to be some, but let's take our percentage down 30 or 40% on direct access plays. What is a direct access play? It's like if you run a midline handoff, inside, outside zone, and somebody at the point of attack, either right directly at the point of attack or the second position at the point of attack, has direct access to the mesh point, to the runner or the quarterback in a pass play, that just eliminates the start of the play. We eliminate those and cut that down by 30 or 40%, and that's led by execution, getting on your guy, being steady, not losing your one-on-one battles, winning them or breaking even. Then you're going to see an offense that's going to be able to execute the basics, then leads to them to do some of the stuff that gets you on the highlights and the Instagram reels and all that, to showcase the athletic ability of all of our offensive weapons potentially that we have. And then you make the simple plays look sexy. Let's make the simple plays look sexy by executing them at a high level all the time. Number 4, this has to do more with defense, angles, right? You're playing against new teams coming in, obviously USC, UCLA, eventually we'll play Oregon and obviously Washington. They like to spread you out and use their speed, but just in general, we play Ohio State as well, who probably has the most talented roster in the college football. If not the most, one of the most talented, and they're going to beat you with speed, both vertically and horizontally. So angles is huge. Angles can be practiced with or without pads. Pad level, play entry is angles. Are you playing the right team defense that is allowing your partner to make the play, which who knows in the game, you might make the play based on how you come into a play entry, whether it's run or pass, intermediate or immediate passing areas, or inside, outside zone, toss plays, doesn't matter. You have to have your run fit and your angles in order to stop the ball at the point of attack, but more importantly, eliminate the possibilities of run after the catch, run after contact, yards after contact, which is huge. I'm going to jump into that after that, which allows Tony White and the defensive coaches to be on time and on schedule with their calls if you're having the right angles. And angles could be also very simply of the angle that a defensive lineman or outside linebacker or a jack or whatever you call them are taking on their initial block. Let's talk a little bit of yards after contact. That is huge. Why is it important? So if angles are good, effort is a must. That is non-negotiable, right? Physicality is a non-negotiable, and you have the right angles, and everybody knows what they're doing. So even if Jay Foreman misses a tackle, you have 2 or 3 defenders that are hitting the offensive player and not allowing them to bleed you for an extra 2 yards after contact, falling over. We used to call it let's knock them back. Let's get some knockback. Why is that important? So if it's 2nd and 8 and I miss a tackle and the gang tackles get it and we hold them to a 2-yard gain, now it's 3rd and 6. The amount of plays in that the offense can play or call at 3rd and 6 is smaller versus if you allow 2 or 3 yards of 2 or 3 extra yards after contact. Now it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 4. An offensive coordinator is actually on schedule and on time. That's why I always look at it, the cause and effect. 3rd down percentage usually can be directly attributed to 1st and 2nd down defense. So you want to win early so you can celebrate late. So the angles and yards of contact is huge. When we play good defense, throughout the history of Nebraska, it was definitely a lot of guys getting to the ball and making plays for yourself individually, making plays for your other teammates, but more importantly, making plays for your team and your defense, which leads to getting the ball back to the guys that get all the pub and allowing them to score some touchdowns. And obviously, the most important thing is getting those W's in the column. The last but not least, I'm going to look for, but you should also look for swagger, true swagger, not manufactured. Swagger comes from, it's not jumping around and listening to the music and acting like you're rapping and all that. And that's fun. That's what kids do these days. But the swagger, it's the quiet confidence that you've worked hard, you're ready to play, you're extremely focused, you can focus on a play, execute, disassociate yourself, execute again, and it's the swagger that you have. Even if sometimes if you mess up, you know what? That's on me. It'll never happen again. I know why I did it, how I did it, and it's in my memory bank, and it's something I'm going to concentrate on so it doesn't become a habit. The swagger of, I know I've improved my body. I've improved my knowledge in the offense and defense or special teams system. I've improved my position on the team. And that's a huge part in the summer. Maybe I needed to make up some ground, both physically and mentally. I've done it. Now I'm seeing the payoff. That's where the swagger comes from, because I know I've put in more time than some of my competitors on the team for a certain position, or I've put in more time to accentuate my position on the team, which will lead to plays on the field, which leads me to lead by not only my actions, my words, because they both match up with each other. So swagger is huge. And obviously, there's other things that go into it. And but those are my 5 things I would probably keep an eye on. They're all controllable. They're all things that you can continue to work at. And I think swagger is good. I think it's a thing that kind of, it's all subjective, but then also I think it's very good for people to have it when you've earned it. And that's what Matt Rule and the staff has done and said that every day you have to come and earn your spot. That's where the swagger comes. If I've earned it, I want to reap the benefits. I'm going to continue to want to reap the benefits because I've displayed what I needed to do to get the benefits. That's why my swagger is on 1,000%. And that's the first segment of Inside the Huddle / Old School, brought to you by Advanced Medical Imaging, 7601 Pioneers Boulevard, and the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. This is Jay Foreman. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back, and we're going to celebrate my man, T. Farley, getting into the Hall of Fame. Quick interview with him, a little bit of a background, what it means and what it means for him, not only to get the award, but what it means afterwards. Jay Foreman, Inside the Huddle, Advanced Medical Imaging. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
In today's digital landscape, the security of your business is non-negotiable. That's why you need better cybersecurity solutions. At Hamilton, we make it our business to protect your network, data, and digital assets with the latest in cybersecurity technology. Our dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night, or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers. Strike three, you're out! Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Lil Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Lil Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/kidsclub. Go Big Red. HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we are on a special edition, Hall of Fame edition of Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Advanced Medical Imaging, 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Jay Foreman. I got my old running mate with me, man. Now we running mates forever. This is a special Hall of Fame edition. I know I've been in his shoes. Pharrell Farley. First, before we get into it, we'll get in your background and all that. And then we're going to talk about all the emotional stuff. But I want to be the first to congratulate you, man, because we talked about it for years. And I'm going to tell you a little secret, man. I knew about 4 months prior, I had to hold tight. See, hey, Farley, don't ever worry if I can hold a secret now and I can hold water, but I want to be one of the first to congratulate you on air, man. Tell us how it feels, man.
Oh, man, it feels great, especially with, being in that's a good class.
Right.
You can't take it away from anybody on that class. Everybody in that class had a great college career. Most of them had great pro careers. So it's a great honor, just to finally get in and, just to be a part of something, just like being in a national championship team. Of course, me and you did that.
Right.
The Black Shirt brothers together, and now we're Hall of Famers together. So it's a good honor to join that with so many great players and former players in Nebraska history.
Yeah, before we get into that, man, I always think of, I think it's always special to go back. Talk about, what your first love, growing up in Columbus, playing high school, going to JUCO, coming to Nebraska. Talk about all those emotions and what it was, did you think back to when you would ever get here, when the first time you stepped on the football field, or was you just like, you know what, I'm just going to be out here balling?
Well, it started when I was probably 6 years old. I started. Was a quarterback and running back. Ran the option a little bit.
Yeah.
Was a nose guard on defense.
Right.
So either way it go, I wanted to touch the ball. So
Right.
it'd be around that action. Kind of slacked off when I got in junior high. Junior high to about my 11th grade year. I only started 1 year of high school. So then we won state my junior year. I contributed a lot. Then I started my senior year. That was the first year start, and I ended up winning the city defensive player of the year, special team player of the year. Didn't have the grades quite frankly, to go to D1 school. So I committed to I was finna sign with I did actually sign with Arkansas State.
Okay.
So I signed with them, and then probably a month later, two guys came in my office with cowboy boots on and cowboy hats. They came to my high school and they wanted to talk to me. And it was I'll never forget this day. It was a guy named James Shebest. He's still coaching. Last time I checked, he was the special team coach at Arkansas, but he got out of the JUCO rankings. But he came and he talked to me, and he was very talkative. I mean, I believed everything he said.
Right.
And I thought about it for like a couple of days, and me and one of my good friends, we signed to Arkansas State together. We were both going to be props. So I really thought about that part too,
Right.
about being a prop 48 and seeing what my brother went through, because he didn't finish, he never qualified. So, that was one thing heavy on my mind.
Right.
So I just said, okay, I'm going to get his JUCO a try. If it doesn't work, I can either go to a good school, I can go to Albany State.
Right.
So it didn't matter. But I went out there to Independence. We wasn't a great team. We didn't have the best athletes, but I had to make the best out of it.
Right.
Finished my junior year, second team all conference, had about 80 tackles. Second year, I was kind of determined. We did some things that we didn't usually do. We made the playoffs.
Right.
We beat Coffeyville.
Right. Oh yeah, they powerhouse.
I scored 2 touchdowns against Coffeyville off sacks and off 2 sacks, off 2 fumble recoveries.
Right.
Sacked the quarterback, picked the ball up. Then I finished that year off strong, and then my coach set me down. He said, "Where you want to go?" I said, "Whoever wants me." That's first I got to make sure I graduate. So I was on schedule to graduate. So he said, "Man, I got 50 offers for you." He said, "You can go anywhere you want to go."
And you ain't even know that while you was
the
whole.
I was just playing.
Just playing.
I was just playing. I was just finishing my year. I ended up with about 150 some tackles, about 17 sacks, 10 block kicks. I was just playing the game I love because that's if you take football away from a lot of people, then they're nothing.
Right.
Then they're just regular people. So you got to really love football to play that game with passion like we play it.
Right.
And to nowadays it's more about money. But I got a lot of offers. I think Coach Osborne's Turner Gill called me first. He's about the third coach to contact me. He came down. I was like, "Whoa, look at this guy!"
Yeah.
We all know who.
Yeah, with tight shorts. He having them tight shorts.
He had the tight pants, the
yeah.
tight bell bottoms at the bottom with the tight shirt. But he talked good. And about a week later, Coach Osborne called me. A couple of days later, he talked. My main concern was like, how do I fit in that defense, and where am I going to play? And they always told me, well, we're looking at you like Ed Stewart. So they said, if you ever watch a game, watch Ed Stewart. So I being in junior college up in the Midwest, we get a lot of Nebraska games.
Right.
So I watched Nebraska probably play against Oklahoma that one time when they beat them like 13-3.
Right.
So I watched that game, and the way I watched it is like, how would I play it? Ed Stewart played just the way I thought I'd play. So, he was a little bigger than me. That was kind of a concern for me too. But, I don't think at this point that Nebraska would recruit me for a DB just to, come in and, so I knew I was probably going to play linebacker. But I get here and, I see you guys and I'm like, whoa, man, I kind of get kind of worried a little bit. But, I just said, let my talking take place on the field and don't worry about talking on the sideline. So, just playing with y'all and getting into the groove. Played on an excellent defense, man. All 11 should be Hall of Famers.
Right. Yeah. That's
So,
people don't realize.
Yeah, I think if anything, while we talk about Hall of Fame, I think that whole defense should be Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
But just playing with you guys, man, it was great because we all. That's the first time I played with a bunch of guys that all 11 of us was on the same page.
Right.
We didn't have to worry about somebody breaking down or coverage or this happening and that happening. The only thing we had to worry about was who's going to make the tackle.
Right.
And that's one thing I hope this defense gets about, before you worry about being the number one defense, worry about being a family first and a knit tight group, because it all comes down to all 11 on y'all, all y'all on the field. The coach can call the play, but y'all have to play it together.
Yeah, I think these kids don't understand is they put the with the horse before the wagon, whatever it is. They think NFL was like, you need to be the best player at practice.
Yeah.
Day in and day out. And that's one of the things that we did. I think we took practice just as serious as games. I mean, because the games was, to be honest, a lot of times it was easy.
Yeah.
And so we was able to take it to the next level. What people don't realize about you though, which was great, because I remember, I always think back when I found out you were most likely getting in the Hall of Fame. One of my fondest memories, man, is after a hot practice, you had your car paying 8-ball MJG. You gave me a ride home, and I'm just like, you know what? That ride, we were tired after them 2 days, man, and riding home. But the great thing about you came in right away. I gravitated to you. But people don't realize you led the team in tackles and didn't start the first 6 games. Now that doesn't mean you weren't playing.
Yeah.
But talk about that process because it takes a unique because you can lose. I mean, I can't speak. You can lose your confidence. You can become frustrated because, hey, after that second game, like the first game, you're like, all right,
Yeah.
you'd be like, all right, man, that's just coming, like a little bit of luck. Man, that second, third game, I'm still there looking at Coach Ball. I was like, you better put that boy in there.
Yeah. Man,
Talk about
that it was crazy. I wanted to start so bad, but I knew I was going in a lot. So then still fourth, fifth game of the season, I'm leading the team in tackles, and I'm like, hey, I want a chance.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. Good things happen that wait.
Right.
So being patient. You got to tell some people are ready right away, and some people you got to be patient with. And I think that was one thing that Coach McBride did was ease me in.
Right.
Made me really eager to grab that position. And when he did give me the opportunity to start, I think that was K-State.
Right.
I ended up with 10 tackles, 2 sacks. But, like we say, man, I mean, some games we didn't have that luxury of being in there the whole game.
Right, like
I
them.
mean, sometimes, like a lot of people say, man, you don't have enough stats like Levante David. Well, Levante David played every fourth quarter. I only played one fourth quarter.
Right.
And if I lead the team in tackles, I might have 3 tackles and I'm coming out the game.
Right. That's a good game.
That's a good game.
Yeah, man.
A tackle, a sack, and a tackle for loss. Hey, that's like 10 tackles there.
Right. Yeah.
So I wasn't really worried about it, man. It's just like, that's how we play ball and that's how we enjoyed ourselves by letting the guys behind us get more reps than we get.
Yeah, man. One thing before we get into the Hall of Fame weekend for you, I always tell people that you had a unique ability to like diagnose plays. Like I could do it. We worked great together because we were kind of like a 2 different type of ball players. Like you hopefully took a little bit of what I did. I tried to take when I started to watch you, it helped me at the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talk about your natural ability. I always say that you had the natural ability to leverage the ball and not the block because ultimately we got to get to the dude with the ball.
Yeah. It's like a bullfighter, man. Ole.
Yeah.
So, that was one thing I was able to do good was a good pursuit and getting away from blockers at the point of attack.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, especially when Coach McBride taught me to use my hands. I mean, once you instead of dipping your shoulder most of all the time, now I'm able to use that hand and get a spin, not a spin move, but how we used to do that rip move.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to do that. But it's anybody can go from side to side. But you can go to side quicker when you know how to use your arms and use your legs and take the right steps. Like we did. I mean, we was perfect linebackers. I mean, we did steps right. And playing next with you, Doug, and Jamel and Phil. I mean, I felt comfortable playing with y'all because, we all knew what we was doing. As long as we knew what our job was, it made it better for everybody.
Right. Yeah. I think people don't realize how much footwork is important. I always say you get paid by 2 things, your feet and your hands.
Yeah.
Because you'll be in every single play, man. But let's pivot a little bit to Hall of Fame weekend. Talk about, who's going to come in, how you're going to celebrate. Before that, you just became a granddad. So we're officially old. You know what I'm saying? So who's all going to come in with you to, be a part of your weekend?
My father's going to come down, my mom, my cousin, my best friend, a couple of more people, I'm happy to have them around just to make this trip and just to celebrate probably one of the best gifts in life I probably ever received besides being a granddad. But they're going to come down and we're just going to chill out, just try to celebrate and have a good weekend and, let this be one of the best memories to go down and follow history.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, people don't realize, how tight we were at the games. Families would kick it together. Families got to know each other just because we was all pulling for each other. There wasn't many of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, there wasn't many of us, so we was pretty tight. And so one thing I realized when I went in, it's a celebration not only you as a player, but then of everybody that
helped you through that journey.
Do that because it's not like the Hall of Fame is the the end part.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you about how it started. It's gonna be a great weekend. I want to ask you one more question, man. Everybody always has a fondest memory as a Husker. What's your best memory as a Husker?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, we had so many because we win it all the time. You know what I'm saying? But
my fondest memory, just probably scoring a touchdown in Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
How loud they get. I had the opportunity to do that twice. So, it's scoring a touchdown. I think my biggest one probably blocking that kick in the end zone against Missouri and almost picking it up, but it went out as a safety. I was happy as hell. You know, I was feeling myself. That's when I started to feel myself at Nebraska.
Right.
So, that's one of my best memories here.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's people don't realize that people always ask me what's your fondest memory. I was like, man, first time running out the tunnel, the elation making big plays. I mean,
first time getting my black shirt, walking out to practice, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Feeling like Clark Clint.
Nobody can touch you with that bad boy.
Yeah, you come out last and let everybody see it.
Exactly.
What's real at, man? He ain't here today. Oh man,
you
there
get brand new.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody get a new pair of Jordans. You're gonna make sure you're gonna walk in the gym last and make sure everybody sees you. One more thing, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice, man. There's two things. I don't know if you framed it. I framed my black shirt, and then number two, I framed. Did you get the letter sent to your house?
I got an email to me.
Print that bad boy off, put it in it, man. Because I'm telling you, man, as you go forward, you're gonna get a ring and all that stuff. I didn't even know that. Steve Taylor told me. So you're gonna be, everybody's gonna welcome you in there. But that letter is something I think, Farley, that I like. Whenever I have some stuff going on, I just look at that letter, man.
Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
That lets you know.
You earned it.
Yeah, and we can do anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't give it. Look, there's a lot of people say, "Oh, I knew he was gonna be great." No, they didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So much like myself, for you. Overcame some stuff, man. I'm proud of you, man. I love you like hell because, to get where you're at, man, long overdue. But I would tell you like my grandma told me, man, ain't no time like the present. It's on time.
Yeah, it's over with now. Right. So, I'm in there. I'm in there.
Yeah, you in there, man. But appreciate you stepping in for Inside the Huddle. This is T. Farley, the new cemented Hall of Fame. I'm going to tell you this, though, Farley. Now you can't get rid of me, dog. We teammates for life. So we're going to take a quick break. But if you see Farley out, man, give him some love because he's a Hall of Famer now. Jay Foreman, T. Farley, Inside the Huddle. We'll holler at you.
Thank you for having me, Dad.
Yeah, man.
All right.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers.
Strike three, you're out!
Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
The Nebraska legislature will soon meet in special session and may consider a vote to raise consumer prices by imposing a sales tax on advertising. Nebraska's small businesses would be hit hardest, forcing them to raise prices, meaning we'd all pay more for the things we need. Contact your state senator and tell them no ad tax. Visit noadtaxnebraska.com to find your senator's contact information. That's noadtaxnebraska.com. A message from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Lil Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Lil Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/Kids Club. Go Big Red.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Old School with DP&J.
There's California money, and it's a different kind of money. Hollywood money just is spent differently because it's turned over and created so in full. And oh, by the way, it's the right kind of money when it comes to, because we're in the era now of name, image, and likeness. And the California schools have that better than everybody else.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to Old School with DP&J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big thanks to Jay Foreman for those couple good segments. First one was about what he's looking for in fall camp, specifically that August 3rd practice that you fans can attend at Memorial Stadium. $25 to get in price. I believe the gates open at 6 or 6:30 for that. Huskers.com to learn more. I'm Austin Norman, putting a bow on Old School here. Stick with me for a few more minutes. And then for the next hour, my show here on 93.7 The Ticket, the Corner 3 is up next. It's your weekly look at college basketball. It's the offseason right now. Not a lot going on. We know the Huskers have started their summer workouts. They get 4 hours a week, the players with the coaches and vice versa. So to pass the time, taking some looks across the country, but first we're starting at home. Last week, We went over the best Nebraska men's basketball season under each coach. And this week, we're going through the best Nebraska men's basketball player in each decade. We've got at least a couple options from each decade, and I definitely enlisted some help from some experts, some people that know better than me. So stick around. That'll come your way right about the top of the 6 o'clock hour. Few texts that I want to get to, though, a little text bag to wrap up old school. Gino says, preach, Jay. To me, that's been what's been missing, especially offensively, for at least the past decade. They've had no swagger. No, I'm going to punch you in the mouth, and what are you going to do about it? Swagger, confidence are tricky, and they're touchy. They come from having success. There's an aspect of, fake it till you make it. You got to put on a show. You got to act tougher than you are. You got to act like you've been there before to get there. But Nebraska hasn't had consistent success offensively for about a decade. You're right, Gino, going back to even the early Mike Riley days. So you can't be fake tough. You can't just be trying to put on a show and glitz and glam and whatnot. But you do have to find a way to create that energy, create that swagger. And that's where I think a running back room with a lot of competition, whoever wins that job ought to be feeling good to start the year, feeling good about the work they put in spring ball over the summer. And then, of course, when fall camp gets going, I think that's a big position. Wide receiver, the two new guys, Jamal Banks, Isaiah Nair, they come in. I think they should have some swagger. Like, hey, you guys got us. You need us. We're going to play big roles. Dylan Raiola, right? Not lacking for confidence as a 5-star quarterback. And you can even transfer that over to the defense, right? Nash Hutmacher, his best year at Nebraska. Ty Robinson, best year at Nebraska. Tommy Hill had a breakout, and we know there is no shortage of confidence required to be a cornerback, regardless of the conference or the level that you play at. Sean and DeWitt had a couple things from before. Strick and I were talking about 12 to 1,500 yard rusher versus a 1,000 yard receiver. Which would you prefer for Nebraska? Sean says, I want an 1,800 yard rusher and 2 receivers over 800 yards. If I'm dreaming, I might as well aim high. He then almost amended that and said, could we get 3 receivers over 650 yards? Whew. If you have an 1,800 yard rusher, that's easily top 25 in college football history, if not even higher. Would rank pretty highly at Nebraska, at least. Receivers over 800 yards, Nebraska doesn't have that many. That's hard to do. If you're going to get a running back over 1,800 yards and 2 receivers over 800, you've got to hold on to the ball a lot, or you've got to be extremely explosive with it. My guess is the receivers over 800, if you get 2 of them, would come on big plays, whether it's Nair and Lloyd stretching the field deep, whether it's constantly feeding Jamal Banks or, Thomas Fidone as a down-the-list option. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I just don't know if I'm buying it. Twizzlers, I meant to get to this. I hope you're still listening, because I think this is an interesting point. He says, 1,000 yard receiver. Isn't that why we tried so hard to get Dylan Raiola? Now show us those talents. That's valid. I think that's perfectly fair. And I brought that point up to Strick when we were talking about this to start the 3 o'clock hour during On the Block. I said, 1,500 yard rusher is probably my pick, but 1,000 yard receiver, I think, would be a great sign that the Dylan Raiola is as advertised, that one of your receivers is as advertised, whether that's, a huge breakout year from Fidone, Jalen Lloyd continuing his ascent, 1 year 2 transfers, doing what they were brought in to do, Malachi Coleman putting it all together as a sophomore, whatever it is. If Nebraska has 1,000 yard receiver, I think that speaks volumes about Marcus Satterfield, Glenn Thomas, maybe even Garrett McGuire as well. So, I think you're onto something there, Twizzler. Let's put on a show. Let's see what we got. That's why you go get, a guy of Dylan Raiola's caliber. Brad says, I want the black shirts back. More so than a 1,500 yard rusher or a 1,000 yard receiver. I want the black shirts back. I'm not going to say they were back last year. That was a darn good defense that I hope has another gear. I hope we didn't see the best of the Nebraska football defense last year, because I think there's more in the tank. And then finally, 4951 says, we need a DPE. Well, hey, here's the thing. We do have a DPE. He's part of our lineup here at 93.7 The Ticket. Our own DeMornay Pearsonell, one of the best punt returners in school history. Not a bad wide receiver as well, for my money. So Yeah, we do have a DPE here at the station. We'll see if Nebraska can develop their next DeMornay Pearsonell on the field. Big thanks to Jay Foreman for chiming in from the road, getting some stuff taped ahead of time. It's been a good show. Appreciate Jay for all his insight. My turn next. The Corner 3 with myself, Austin Norman. That comes your way from 6 to 7. First half an hour will be live on the radio, brick and mortar, what have you. Second half of the show, we're moving stream only. The Royals are back. That's right. All-Star break is over. Baseball is back on the docket. 6:30 pregame, 7:10 first pitch between the Royals and the White Sox will take over these radio airwaves at 6:30. Don't go anywhere. The Corner 3 with me, Austin Norman, comes your way here in just a minute.